What's going on, you guys? DNC on the rise here. We're back with another little car video. We're on the go today, busy day. But we wanted to talk about, well, actually, I'll let Devin say that part.
So today we're going to be talking about something that my father tried to get me to understand when I was a child, but I was very resistant to it. I didn't want to really believe that this was true. But it's the idea that if someone is able to provoke you into an emotional reaction, then they basically have control over you. Now, Cesare, what kind of emotions are we talking about here?
Well, it can vary, right? I'd say the two main ones are, it's pretty obvious. Somebody can put you in an angry state of mind, or they can make you upset. Obviously, those are there's you can be annoyed and all this tedious stuff, but I'm just talking about the more serious ones right now. So anger and sadness, whatever you want to call it, depression, I don't know what you guys want to call it. I'll just call it they just make you upset. And then the other one is they get you angry. Either or though, the second somebody can trigger that within you, right? Not that it won't happen, but if you react upon it, right, and you kind of give them what they want, they have a degree of power over you. They have a degree of power over your state of mind.
And we're not saying that you should just be emotionless and turn your emotions off. But if you're gonna get angry at something and someone has provoked you to anger, do not let them know that you've made them angry. Do not let them because basically that's allowing that person to know, I said this to him in this way and he got upset about it. This is part of why, bullying will happen to certain people, but to other people it doesn't, right? Because if someone were to bully some short kid and that kid always got super upset, always got super angry, all right, the bully's gonna feed off of that energy that's being thrown out. But if he handled it in the opposite way, Cesare, you kind of know this. Someone might describe you as a bully from the past days when you were a kid.
All right, man, come on. All right, whatever. But yeah, I would say when I was a kid, I wouldn't say I was like a bully, but I definitely played too much, right? But it was mostly with my friends, right? People I already knew, they already knew me. It was never some random kid that I would target. But in this situation, the guys that would give me the funniest reaction, I mean, we can all agree with this, right? Whenever we crack a joke at a friend or say something that they don't necessarily like and they react to it in a way, it's funny, right? And sometimes it can be joking, but sometimes people can be doing that for real devious reasons, to actually get you upset, to actually try to get you to do something you probably is out of character for you, I would say.
I used to do the same sort of thing with my brother back when we were kids. He was my older brother. I would try to annoy him up to the point where he would attempt to physically harm me, and at that point I would just run away and not let him actually touch me. I'd probably go behind the bathroom door or something and lock myself in there so that he'll diffuse and then I can annoy him more later. That was kind of what I would do when I was a kid and I was bored. But it was only because his reaction to my behavior was so entertaining for me. So now that we're adults, this lesson that my father was trying to tell me, I understand it a whole lot more now, and it's very much true. And it's the same thing with what Cesare was talking about with the sadness thing. So if someone is able to provoke you into a reaction of anger, then that's not good, because that might provoke you to do something. It might embarrass yourself. You might regret it down the road. If someone's able to provoke you into sadness, that could just spell trouble for your psyche down the road. Now, we don't really have every single answer in the book if someone's making you upset, how you should exactly go about it so that doesn't affect you. But all right, so with Cesare, if someone were to anger me to a point like that or get me sad, I would want to control myself in the moment so that they don't feel like they actually have that kind of power over me, and I might discuss it with someone I trust like Cesare down the road, and we'll talk about how I could have handled it better, maybe why it's annoying me, and I'll try to reframe things mentally so that I don't put myself in that negative situation.
Yeah, I think the best way that you can handle it is even if you're gonna respond by saying something, do it in a calmer manner. Keep your emotions intact. Don't allow yourself to start screaming or getting upset, or honestly, just if you just start screaming out or saying out profanities towards somebody, that's also a sign, you know, that you got triggered. Now, you can say certain things that, you know, about them, I guess you could say, to defend yourself or stand up for yourself. We're not saying don't do that, but do it in a proper manner. Because if in a moment in time you're gonna react with an outburst, then it's just better for you to cool off. You feel me? Keep it to yourself, and when you're in a calmer state of mind, then you can approach that person and talk to them about it if it's that serious, or just wait until they try to do that bullshit again, and then you can take it. You know, you can handle it better the next time around.
A really good thing to do is to just focus on your breathing. Someone starts like provoking you like that, just focus on your breathing, and that's gonna allow you to maintain a leveled head. If you screw up your breathing, it's gonna be really hard to control yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say that. And then like also just like not just focusing, but trying to control it, like, you know, inhaling through your nose, out your mouth, you know, just like when you get that angry thought, just kind of be like, nah, like just try to think of a more logical way to break down what they said or did to you. You feel me? Because once you start to be logical with these types of situations, you tend to get them angry. You feel like when I, you know, before I really understood all these things, and I would allow myself to get emotional, compared to now how I handle most situations, where I'll be in a calmer manner. It's like I'll just try to logically break it down, whatever it is that they're trying to accuse me of or say, whatever disagreement we're having, just logically break it down. Most people don't have a response for logic.
No, they don't. No, it kind of forces them to, kind of puts them in a does not compute situation, because they're coming at things from an emotional perspective, and you just approach them with logic. And if they are wrong, especially, a lot of times what happens if you approach someone with logic and you actually like completely dismantle their belief system, most people don't want to admit that they're wrong. So if you do that to someone successfully, then what's going to usually end up happening is they're going to end up digging their heels in and pull some kind of mental gymnastics to convince themselves still that they're right.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is, like, if they're not like that, maybe they just want to keep arguing with you even though they know they're wrong, because they want to annoy you. And you taking a logical approach is also going to stop that person from enjoying that as well.
Yeah. And as far as somebody that makes you upset, like, I would say if it's something that you're noticing that happens frequently and they're doing it on purpose all the time just to get you upset, there's no answers, or, you know, there's no there's no reason behind it, there's nothing really going on, then I would say you should probably just distance yourself. You know, it's gonna be hard, yeah, but you're gonna be even sadder if you continue to deal with the misbehavior of certain people. And at the end of it, if you keep allowing the negative behavior, it's just gonna get worse and worse and worse.
Yep. Another little tip for you guys: if someone is consistently coming at you with a certain thing, most people will point out to themselves problems in other people that they also have. They're not really gonna know that that's what they're doing, but a lot of times they might be picking on you for something that they have, or if not, it's gonna be motivated by whatever trauma they have themselves. So if you kind of just flip it on the person, if someone insults you, and then you just, like Cesare said, logically kind of break down what they said or why they said it, or just ask them, why did you say that? Are you okay?
I say, bro, you good? Like, you feel me? Like, you good? Ask them. Because in most situations, if somebody's just deliberately going after you for your neck like that, bro, they're trying to feast for some sort of attention, and you just happen to be that person that's reacting and giving them that. The second you stop, bro, they're either gonna just, who knows, right? I feel like they're just gonna move on and try to target somebody else.
And don't take it personally. Like, if someone's coming at you like that, but at the end of the day, it just means that they have something wrong with themselves and what they're doing. So don't take it. What?
I want to say always, right?
Yeah, not always.
I feel like there are situations where, let's say if I'm with one of my friends, right, and I know that they're doing things that's not good for them, and I crack jokes at it. I'm not necessarily cracking jokes at them to just make fun of them. I'm just trying to make them realize that what they're doing is not necessarily the way to go. It's not going to end well for them, you feel me? And it's just the truth. I can say it in a joking manner, and I also say it in a serious manner when, you know, we get to that point, but there are times where people will say certain things about you that it might be true, and you might need to take it into consideration and analyze it yourself. So even if somebody is saying something to you, not only analyze them and break them down, analyze yourself. Is what they're saying true?
They always like don't lie to yourself.
Yeah.
People are really, really good at lying to themselves. Do not do that. I think in the back of our minds we know what behaviors we have that are positive and what behaviors we have that are negative. So if someone calls you out on something that you're doing that's wrong, do not get super defensive about it. Like if it's something that you're actually doing that's wrong, and you know that person actually has your best interest in mind, just have an honest conversation about it. Just be like, yeah, I'm trying to do better about this. I know I need to stop this. Don't take things too personally, and don't get super defensive about things.
Yeah, just try to find a solution with whoever that person may be that may have said something to you. Be like, all right, maybe you're right. How do you think I can fix this? Like, what do you think I should do? Right? Where do you think we can help?
And then that's gonna really show you who that person actually is, because if they're calling you out on something and then you ask them, okay, so what do you think I should do about this? How they respond to that is really gonna show you how much they actually care about you.
Yeah, I would agree. If they're just sitting there just calling you out on your flaws but not trying to help you or provide you with some solutions or perhaps some stuff that's worked for them, then it's just unnecessary, right? But if you're trying to point something out that somebody close to you is doing, who you want to see them do, you want to see them improve and do better than enough, that's just sure, call it out, but have a conversation as well. Don't just sit there and make them feel like shit for doing something wrong and then not try to provide a solution or find a solution with them.
Yeah, because then you're just feeding negativity, and that could really be contributing to the negative psyche of people who you call your friends, and that's never a good thing.
Yeah, I would agree.
So we wanna, if you're gonna criticize someone, do it in such a way that it's actually gonna help them.
Do it in an educated way. You feel me? Like I said, break it down logically. Tell them why you think whatever it is that they're doing is wrong, and explain. Not based off how you feel about it, but just off of logic, off of real reasons, and vice versa.
Exactly. That's pretty much it for the video. I mean, we pretty much touched on more than I thought we would, but that's pretty much it. I gotta watch this turn.
Yeah, we're on the road right now. He's driving, the other videos. I was the one, so a little change up. But we will be uploading another video here shortly inside of the studio. We also are trying to organize a ladies' night in the next week or two, and we'll keep you guys updated on that. But man, we appreciate the support. We appreciate the ones that have been bearing with us, because I know the consistency hasn't been there all the time, but we're getting there.
And if you guys have a question about this topic, or if you think there's something we could have explained better, leave it in the comments and we'll come back to it. We can do that with we can start doing that more frequently. Like if we're talking on a topic and you guys want to add to it, say something about that you disagree or agree with, great. What we can do is we can go back, look at some of these comments, and we can like I said, just logically respond to all of them. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. We'll just respond with real logic, see if we can maybe find some middle ground. That's the whole point of this. Exactly. We're young, we're not experts. I'm not pretending like I'm an expert on how you should handle people provoking you, but we think we have some solid information, and if you guys disagree with that, let us know, and we'll just come back to it.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff we try to talk about is based off our own personal experiences and stuff that we've done that hasn't worked out for us, and stuff that we've done that has worked out. I'm not trying, like he said, we're not trying to pretend like we're experts. Shit, I'm 23, barely just turned 23, and I got a lot to learn, my friend, just like the rest of us. But it's a matter of putting yourself out there and getting life experience, which I feel like him and I have done very well about.
We're gonna make another video on this. I just had the idea, but that's another thing. We may be in our 20s, we're out of school, but we are not done learning. I don't care how old you are. If you think you're done learning, you're wrong.
Yeah, nah, you're learning every single day. Every single day. There's always something new. There's always a new mountain to climb, And
so that's also part of why we invite you guys to spread what you believe in the comments as well, because just like we are in our early 20s and we think we have some good information, I'm sure you guys do as well. So if you would agree with that, let us know what it is, man.
Yeah, for real. Like, we're open, man. We're not a closed-minded people. We're open for conversations, you know. We could be wrong about certain things. I'm sure about it, you know. I'm sure there's going to be some stuff that we said in these most, you know, recent videos that we posted that in 5-10 years from now we'll look back and be like, yeah, I disagree with that, you know.
Yeah, I would reword it in this way because it gives this implication that I don't like, you know.
Yeah, but like, it's a matter of analyzing yourself, paying attention to your mistakes and your flaws and what you're doing good, and just building off of it, man. Don't be too hard on yourself. Everyone's still learning, man. Like, your parents are still learning, like your grandparents are still learning. Like, there's always something new to learn every single day. Time is always changing. The way people move in this world is everything's changing before our eyes, right? So you gotta adapt to it. And with adapting comes learning new things, and that's never gonna end. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. If you made it to the end, like and subscribe, leave a comment down below, share it with your friends, share it with your family, man. And we'll be seeing you guys very shortly, man. Later.
Peace.